Okay, if everything has gone well, this is just going to be a quick stream. Hello everyone, I'm Iron Phoenix and welcome to Rogue System. Now this is going to be a quick stream, reasonably quick stream. I'm starting this a little bit late, but yeah, I'm going to try my hardest not to break everything. Now I'm just going to... Yeah, he's doing that. Right, okay, I've learnt some useful things about this. So, first of all, zoom. Zoom is really useful, so I can zoom all the way in, and I can zoom all the way out, sort of slowly-ish. So, first of all, I need to turn the battery on, and then I get spammed with... Yep, there we go, right. I also need to press buttons. Oh, I need to actually turn that battery on. Right, yep. External power, which we can do because yeah, everything's fine there. The reason why we can, because we're like attached to a space station, so we can do that. I've learnt a little bit more about this. I need to press that button. I need to turn the comms on, and that one, transmitter enable. Yeah. Okay, so we're all done with that. So if I now press tab in space control, kind of got to do this the proper way. If you don't, then all they do is just moan at you, right? And while that's doing that, I'm going to pressurize the bladders, which should stabilize, and then hit that one. And then move over to the other loop and do that. And while that's doing that, space track control, request departure clearance. Okay, yeah. You also need to just pressurize all these tanks, and also turn it on. That's it. Okay. Right. So all those bladders are now pressurizing. Excellent. I also found out that if you accidentally turn off one of these ISO valves, you can turn it on but not through the cockpit. You actually have to go downstairs and reset it manually. Also, this does actually show useful information about your system, which is rather good. Okay, so now they want to talk about LENR. So this is the reactor. And I'm going to turn on the core heater, and that's going to start warming up. Also need to validate the reactant, which is in tank 2, so that's all fine. I think, yeah, you can switch between tank 2 and tank 4, which is... There's one that does oxygen, one that does hydrogen, so you can manipulate... So when you can go to your MT sys, you can take the... hydrogen out of different tanks. So if that one's tied to tank 2, we might want to tie this to tank 4. Oh, we can only tie that to tank 1. That's fine then. And that's switched to cold gas. So that's all fine. That's warming up. That's on preheat. And while that's doing that, I'm also going to get my fuel cells standing by. Right, so that's now warming up, and let's get that all going as well. So that's also warming up. Okay, so the main doesn't have any power yet because we haven't turned it on yet. So with that, that's still warming up. As I said, I've learned a lot about this. I'm also going to turn on that. Actually, you don't really need that on at the moment. Don't need those on at the moment. MTS I will need on. So something that I learnt was that MTS is automatically disabled until you get far enough from the station that you can actually enable it, which is where my problem was coming from. Right. Ready for LENR activation. Right, so now we can start that. Excellent. Turn on these pumps onto normal. So that's that going through there. And don't need those on. I can't actually remember how warm these need to be. I think you just do that, and then that should be fine until you need it. Right, so I can actually cut the power now, and go to, if I go to that and 5, I can do ready for departure, and I think if I do, hold on. Here we go, off towing. Can't remember. Yeah, so maintenance power is disabled. Oh god, what's that one? That's not the one I wanted. Off towing. I think that's the one I want. So that's my docking. That's forward. Okay. We are off. We've been disconnected. Now if I hit W, nothing happens. Hold on. Yeah, I need to start that one. Oh, I'm not actually disconnected yet. That's why I can't move. But we'll need this enabled. So this is like not exactly. This isn't RCS technically. It's sort of just firing out cold gas, and we are now free. And if I do that forward, I can now move away from the system. Now, when I tried this on the tutorial, when everything basically started going horribly wrong, right, those are low, both low heat. When everything started going horribly wrong, I basically cooked the batteries. So I do need to keep an eye on that. But that both batteries are charging, that's fine. And we are moving away from the station. Now, for the bit that I haven't actually done, let's enable that. That's going to power up the EM shield. And start warming up the system. Because I can just use cold gas to move around. But if I do that, I'll just run out of fuel. I can however use plasma. When it allows me to do so. If I go to comms, it should tell me. Yeah, so I can contact the station doing that. Right. So I've heard about a few interesting ways to completely destroy the ship. So things that I should avoid. Doing things like turning off the EM shield before you've actually turned off the plasma. That's apparently a very, very good way for everything to go horribly, horribly wrong. I'm going to do that. It's not tied to. Is it not tied to a tank? let's get the power on. That on. Let's also get the navigation online. And I think we're good. I think everything's alright. Okay. We should be far enough away from the station by now, so... Ooh! Nice! We now have power. Actual power. So, theoretically, I go to F2. That's our ship. And I can presumably now do some manoeuvring. Navigation. Ooh, that's useful. Oh, can I do set destination? Autopilot allow. Should just now go to that section. Okay. What else do I have to do for? Ooh, displays. Forward display. That would be useful. Right. Inert tank level low. I don't know what I can do about that one. But all the temperatures appear to be fine-ish. Everything's rising, which is probably not a great thing. But charges, yeah, everything seems to be alright. I think the batteries are now warmed up, so if I do need to do something like that, that will then output that. So apparently a very good way, actually I really want to test this one out now. So apparently you just do that. Well, no horrible noises. Apparently that was an interesting... Oh well. Let's fire up the superconductor again. Maybe it's something else that I need. Oh, maybe it's just maybe I need more plasma. Oh well. Switch that to boost loud. Maybe that's what I need to do. Come on. See, yeah, it's an electromagnetic shield that basically stops the plasma from melting through everything. That's generally how you contain plasma. And quite a lot of other things as well, like antimatter is actually held in an electromagnetic field. And the way that they get rid of the antimatter is just by turning off the field, and it destroys itself on the inside of the tank. Oh. There we go. Right. Now, can I... Nice. I am now controlling the vehicle somehow. Don't really know how it's working, but thought I had to do something with this. Ooh, ha. That's autopilot. Ooh, it's doing things. It's doing things. Don't know what it's doing, but it's doing things for me. Maybe it's in the wrong mode. Not actually sure what it's doing. Autopilot seems to have gone a little bit nuts. There's been an error. Roll hold. My autopilot isn't working very well. Hold on. Core jettison, probably not the... Turn it off and turn it on again, that usually works. Okay. Stop it rolling. There we go. Right. There we go. Okay. So we've now aligned it, and prograde. Yeah, we've aligned it prograde. Maybe we had it on because we had it on retro. Maybe it wasn't working particularly well. Oh, I've got some. Oh god, the batteries are cooking. Oh lord. Okay. Turn the batteries off. Shut down the ship. That's well, I've accidentally cooked the batteries, but I do still have the. Yeah, I've cooked. Oh god. I've managed to cook the batteries. Stop that. Tie that to that, and radiators. Coolant loop. Oh, I've cooked the coolant. Right. Let's shut down that. That should lower temperature. Turn off that. Ooh. May have done something bad. Right, let's also shut down the reactor. Excellent. That went well. I turn the reactor back on. Oops. Maybe that was not the best of ideas. Yeah, I'm out of power. Right, I think I know where I went wrong. I turned off the reactor, and that was possibly not... I should probably have tried turning off other systems. Oh, yeah, and the laser cooler. I should have turned on the laser cooler. Oops. At least that panel's still working. This seat won't move, I don't think. Ah. Oops. And that's how you don't fly. Actually, I think I might stop this now, but I thought that was quite an interesting look at Rogue System now that I've played it a little bit more and I understand it a little bit more. Yeah, it was only going to be a quick stream. So for now, I'll say thanks very much for watching. Anybody who watches after this, I'll see you next time. Oh God, bad.